Hi, this is Dr. Laurie Jones. I'm a general pediatrician and breastfeeding medicine physician, and today we're going to talk about how milk works, how milk is produced, and your milk production. Once you become pregnant, there are 3 stages that the breasts go through to make milk for your baby. The first one starts while you're pregnant, so around 16 to 20 weeks of gestation, you start making milk. Some people leak, or they can express that milk, or they're feeding their toddler that milk. So that's the first stage, but if no one is removing it, it mostly just sits there until the baby is born. The second stage of milk production occurs after the placenta has been delivered. So that placenta is full of hormones that are blocking fast milk production. So as soon as the placenta's gone, the breasts are like, let's go, let's go. So even if you don't choose to breastfeed, the breast will automatically go into high gear to make milk. If the infant isn't removing the milk because you choose not to breastfeed, then the supply will downregulate. But milk production is ready to go automatically when the placenta is delivered. That second stage lasts from about 72 hours or so until 4 to 6 weeks. So that stage is very much hormonally dependent. The hormones from the delivery and your body getting the axis intact for making the milk and removing the milk is all happening at the same time. How many times the baby feeds or how many times the pump is emptying you or removing milk is important for regulating your supply at that time. In the third phase of the lactation and milk production, it's very much and 100% supply and demand. So meaning that you will make more milk based on how many times it is demanded from your breast to make. And that word demand is really like what I would call a milk removal. The breasts are never empty. They're always making milk 24 hours a day. So as you're pumping your milk, your breast is in the background making more as you go. So they're never really emptied. But milk removal is what drives milk supply. Your breasts make milk daytime and nighttime. And amazingly, women of all different shapes and sizes, of all different cup sizes, have amazingly similar volumes of milk per 24 hours. So it's somewhere in the range of 24 to 30 ounces. The differences between the milk, person to person, are dramatic, right? Completely different. The fats that you eat, the immune properties of your milk, there's tons of differences in micronutrients and the tiny little bits of immune properties. You make a very unique substrate for your baby. And how many times you need to empty during the day versus the night and the total has a lot to do with those supporting structures of your breast and this ethereal concept of breast storage capacity. A simple way to think about it is that your storage capacity is how much milk your breasts can hold before they down-regulate your milk production. Someone who has a small storage capacity has to have more milk removals per 24 hours than someone with a large storage capacity. Okay, so let's talk about now what factors can increase your milk production and also what factors can decrease your milk production. So on the increase category, the number of emptyings and the degree of emptying. So milk removal by baby or by pump, when milk is left in the breast, quite a bit of it, that will slowly over time down-regulate milk production. So you need to have thorough, good, complete milk removals at a frequent basis. The breasts do not have a pause button at night. You cannot turn them off at night and tell them not to make milk at night, but to make double during the day, right? The breasts just don't work like that. They make milk in a continuous cycle. So that if you leave milk in the breast too long and what exceeds your storage capacity, that is what will make your milk production go down. So the way to reverse that in a very simplistic way is to increase the number of milk removals. Other things that can hurt your milk supply would be tobacco smoke, tobacco exposure, not drinking enough water during the day, or any kind of liquid. It's rare that a medication would suppress your milk supply. There's some big offenders, and those are the Sudafed. Anything that's going to dry up your nasal secretion has a risk for drying up your milk supply. High estrogen containing hormonal treatments, those can dry up your milk supply. So even just lowering it versus drying it up can make a big impact on the growth of the infant. Here are some important things to remember about milk supply.